Julio.
Okay. Hey,
Hey.
this is real life. Okay.
Hey.
My internet is so bad that I had to get on the phone, but I'm here.
Hey.
It's going.
Oh, it's
Hey.
going. It's going. At least now you can
Alright.
heckle me properly.
Yeah, dude. Let's fucking get into it.
All right.
I'm pretty hyped.
Reactbot, say hi to Mike.
Hubba hubba.
Hey.
Oh, hey, what's going on, React? Wow. I'm flattered it gets you anywhere.
Yeah. All right. So this is Back to Ghoul 2024.
2024, bro.
Yeah,
It's
man.
going down.
Yeah, this it's all the horror games that I started and completed during this little thingy thing. From August 12th, 2024 until today, December 30th.
Damn.
We got 30.
So you
games.
streamed to did you stream today?
I mean, I am now.
Okay, all right.
I was planning on going live earlier, but then I just said, fuck it. I just want to get this one done.
Okay.
All right. So the first up, I'm going to go in order that I played them and completed them.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The first up
Let's get into it.
is PT, which we already kind of talked about in my Silent Hill tier list. And I gave it a B,
Right.
and I'm still giving it a B. I still want you to play it. I still like it. I still highly recommend it.
I still really want to fucking play it. Yeah.
It gets a B because it's like it's just a short technical demo. There's not really a heck of a lot to it. You know, it's not really super amount of replay value. I mostly replay it for like the novelty and the fact that it's like lost media and shit like that. All that fun stuff, but you know, it's
because you're so cool.
Yeah. It's worth going through at least once, and I definitely want you to go through it at least once. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
make
it
that happen.
played through. Yeah, man, I'm fucking here for it.
Beautiful.
So I've seen PET played through like several times, but I'm still kind of like, I do need that tactile feeling, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You're arguably a bigger Silent Hill fan than me. You need to play it.
Okay, arguably is the right word, but yeah. So soon. Yeah. Okay, so
all right. B. So it's B, solid start. Now the next game is Dementium the Ward.
That is a good start.
Dementium the Ward. Have you heard of
this?
Isn't
that a fucking 3DS game?
Yes. It was originally on the DS, and then it was ported to 3DS.
I do know about this shit.
And then it got a remaster for modern hardware. Now with Dementium,
you really are quite
part
cute.
of me wants to be nice to it because it's punching above its weight. It's because it's a first-person horror game with first-person shooting combat for the DS. But also, I find that I know that Metroid Prime Hunters has its fans, and that there's other games that are first person on the DS that have their fans.
We don't talk about Metroid Hunters. Sorry,
but
no.
For me, the idea of a first person shooter horror game on the DS is like a complete rotten idea to the core. And even in the remaster, trying to update it to like it, because it now has dual analog stick support on modern hardware and stuff. It's still clunky as hell, and more importantly, it's a complete fucking slog to get through. Like a complete slog. Like every level is just go from point A to point B in the most roundabout maze-like non-exploration as possible. The story is complete bare minimum. You're just like, you wake up in an asylum and spooky stuff happens,
and you get spooked. Okay.
And so you remember how I texted you and told you that I rage quit on one of these games in the final boss fight? This was Dementium.
We're getting to it already. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The final boss is just because you have to, like, if I recall correctly, because it's been months. This is August, right? You have to hit specific weak points which is a pain in the ass with its shitty aiming, and he hits hard. I think he can take like maybe 3 to 5 hits, and there's like minimal healing in the arena. So it feels like somebody tried to make a horror game version of Doom, but for the DS, and they were bad at it, and I'm giving it an F. It is a piece of shit. I hate this game. I hate it.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah.
What would you rate the soundtrack?
I don't even remember the soundtrack, so probably a C.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I really.
If I had my way, we'd for sure do this tier list twice and once for the soundtracks.
Well, there's one game that's coming up very soon where it would be also it's going to get the same score that you're going to be happy with.
Oh shit!
You're going to be very happy.
Okay.
Oh, can you actually even see the stream, like the screen and everything like that?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. And the next up, the next up is a 2024 indie horror game called Dark and Deep. Full disclosure, it's super low scale. I believe it was made by one developer. And full disclosure, I got a key from the developer from this through one of the key mailing websites that I frequent. I think it was Terminus or Terminal.
Fucking Lightword, Softflix. Okay.
I don't remember. Well, I want to be upfront that like where I got each game. Like if I bought it with my own money, if it was gifted to me from somebody, if I got it for free from the developer. Because I don't want to be like, hey, I love this game, and then it turns out like, oh, he just got it from the dev. He's sucking its dick because he got it for free.
Yeah.
Well, that immediately goes out the window because I give Dark and Deep a D.
Okay.
Its narrative, if I recall, its soundtrack was fine. It was serviceable, what minimal there was. But like narratively, it was just convoluted and it's seemingly meandering and like nothing happening.
What type of game is it? Like gameplay wise?
It's a walking sim basically with minor puzzle elements, which I'm not really about.
A walking sim can be cool, but
they can
the whole point is to have a good story. Yeah, the whole point is.
I wanted to cut it a lot of slack because I if I recall, it was made by one dude, like the whole game.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, and like, shout out to that. It's just not for me. I don't like the game at all. So that's all I gotta say really about Dark and Deep.
Okay.
It's not good. The next though is Soul Reaver. Legacy of King Soul Reaver.
Let's talk about it.
I'm not gonna bury the lead here. It gets an S tier. All right.
Is this the OG or the remaster?
In a couple instances, I played multiple versions of the same game, and I'm including basically both the OG and the remaster here.
Okay.
So I played. I specifically played the Dreamcast version for this year's Back to Ghoul, which I'd never played before. At least I'm pretty sure I'd never played.
That's the first version I played.
Hey, yeah, it's super crisp and clear. It's there are only like two major negatives that I can say about the game, and one of them isn't even really a negative at this point anymore. The first negative is there's a lot of block puzzles, and it does get a little. It's nothing but block puzzles, and that does get a little annoying. You will be my
Soul Reaver, and you will move rocks around.
Yes. I do kind of miss block puzzles, to be honest with you, compared to like modern day puzzles. At least I had to like think and about rotating shit and everything like that. And
it for sure makes you think. Yeah.
It's not great, but it is whatever. Of course, lock-on could be a little fidgety, but whatever.
It's terrible.
Yeah. The other major negative that is not really a negative is that the game has no ending. Well, that's why I'm like, it's not a negative though anymore, because we have Soul Reaver 2 and we have Defiance, so it's like that really bad lackluster ending.
So hold up. just to be a fucking stickler here, like, would you not then be like grading it with like personal uh like fucking bias, like if you were to just judge the game by itself, like wouldn't that hurt it?
By itself
is what I'm saying.
Here's the thing: by itself, it would probably get closer to an A. Like if I excluded the fact that I have proper follow-ups. But the thing that's
still a great score.
100% keeps it into the S tier. Even if I were to like take into account its lack of an ending, right? Is the writing and voice acting.
Let's fucking talk about it, bro.
Some of the best in the genre.
Some of the best in like gaming. Period. It's like unreal, like to be real. Like there's nothing like this that you're gonna experience outside of a book, And, like this is one out of those stories that made me like want to try to write books and shit. It's fucking great.
The writing really the writing between Soul Reaver 1, 2, and 3 is why I immediately was on board with Uncharted before I knew anything about it, just because I knew Amy Hennig was working on it. And I was like, no, I'm fucking sold. I love her.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And, like, if she's going to be like a lead writer, creative director on something, I am with her 100% because she bought so much clout with her work on Legacy of Kain. She is like tremendous powerhouse of the industry. No notes.
For sure, dude.
I love it. Michael Bell is great as Raziel.
My
Tony
boy.
J is of course iconic, and R.I.P. I miss him, Elder God. But for me, my favorite voice is probably forever
Kain,
Simon Templeman. He is just so deliciously evil sounding all the time.
He had such a big hand in like making one of the most like one of the most like larger than life like bad guys. Like he's like Kain is like one of the like purest, most simple examples of like the villain who thinks that he's like the good guy, and like you think that he's the good guy too. Like,
it's great.
And he kind of is the fucking good guy.
Also, I
many layers.
And
a sexy voice.
Yeah, completely sexy voice. But I also completely forgot that I wanted to do something as well. I wanted to have ReactBot react to my opinions. Okay, so ReactBot, what do you think of my PT ranking? What do you think of PT at a B?
Ezekiel chapter 23 verse 20. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. No notes.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah. All right. ReactBot.
Oh shit.
What do you think? What do you think?
Tripping. Bro.
Yeah. What do you think of my thoughts of Dementium?
Good.
Okay.
Yes.
ReactBot also hates that game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, or he hates my opinion. It's hard to tell. He's a wily guy, and sometimes his responses line up perfectly with stuff. It's incredible. I
can imagine.
Like just some quick examples. Was I asked because Greedy said ReactBot can eat her ass. And I said, hey, ReactBot, do you want to eat Greedy's ass? And I redeemed it. And ReactBot just goes, I don't know about that.
A little sus. Come on, ReactBot.
And then at one point, Tori showed up, and I said, hey, ReactBot, say hi to Tori, and I redeemed ReactBot. And ReactBot just goes, step on me, mommy.
Uh-oh. ReactBot thirsty?
Yeah,
oh my god.
Tori goes, hey, ReactBot, can cursed be mommy too? And I redeemed ReactBot, and ReactBot just goes, no.
Damn, judgmental though. Okay,
Oh, super judgmental.
he's sassy.
My
I
buddy
see.
Eckerd showed up, and I was like, "Hey, ReactBot, say hi to Eckerd," and I redeem him, and ReactBot just goes, "Hey, chat, can we cancel him?" It's like, "God damn it, ReactBot."
I think I saw that
Yeah, it's great.
clip.
I love
Yeah.
it. All right.
Yeah.
What do you think of Dark and Deep, ReactBot? Oh, okay. I guess that's a ding for. He liked
I
my
feel like
opinion,
that's
or
a
maybe
good
he,
ding.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
This is important, ReactBot. You know, one wrong answer, and I might uninstall you for this. What do you think of my thoughts on Soul Reaver?
That sounded a lot better in my head.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. Whatever.
ReactBot is canceled. Nah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
We
all
won't
right.
tolerate Soul Reaver slander.
Yeah. Fuck you, ReactBot. All right. Next up is Stories Untold.
I have no idea what this is either, but full disclosure, I don't know what like most of this shit is.
It's true. It's true. That's why I'm glad you're here, so I can describe them better, and I have somebody to speak to about
That's
it.
what's up. Yeah, right.
So Stories
I'm
Untold
a
is by
listener.
it's by a developer called No Code, and if I recall, it's an independent developer primarily consisting of developers who worked on Alien Isolation.
Okay. I've
it's
never played it myself.
It's a small little indie horror game that's very puzzle focused, and it's kind of like 4 short stories that are like interconnected. It has walking simulator elements, but I found the game and the puzzles to be very unique and interesting and immersive. And part of the reason why I wanted to play this game, Jack, how's it going, dude? Part of the reason why I wanted to play this game is the developer No Code is the developer who is doing the upcoming Silent Hill Townfall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to see what they were
Do
capable
we
of.
know
'cause
what
I'd
that
never
is
heard of
yet?
them. We know nothing about it. Jack, you didn't ruin anything. Nothing. Guts theme doesn't ruin anything. And
Oh, dude. Why can't I hear Gus?
oh, because it's on the stream. That's why.
All right.
So I wanted to see what they were capable of, and after playing through
Okay.
Stories Untold, I'm giving it an A, and I'm really excited for Silent Hill Townfall just based off of how much I like Stories Untold.
When did this game come out?
Like 2017, 2016. Gino, how's it going, dude?
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Give me a brief synopsis of the story.
Well, like I said,
And
it's
keep
hard.
it brief.
It's hard to describe what it is without getting into like massive spoilers. But like each one,
Okay.
each short story is seemingly completely unrelated, and they kind of dive between different things and different styles. Like the first one that you play is basically kind of emulating 1980s text adventure games, complete with like
cool.
a UI, and like you're sitting at a desk and you're like selecting stuff on the computer, and these are all eventually revealed to be connected to an overall larger plot. The game's not terribly long. It's like 3-4 hours long, so I highly recommend it. Give it a go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
ReactBot, what do you think about Stories Untold?
Oof.
Fuck you. You piece of shit. All right.
Ooh. All right. Sassy ass motherfucker.
Yeah. The next game is White Day, a Labyrinth Named School. Do you know of this one?
Is this a visual novel? I feel like I know
it is not.
Okay, then no.
This is a Korean horror game that came out in like 2001 and then was like remade in 2015. It's basically like a Clock Tower style game where you're like evading pursuers and spooky ghosts and shit like that. You basically play as this student who goes into the school after hours for like to try to like give back something to your high school crush, and you, her, and a couple other ladies get stuck in after dark, and spooky shenanigans start happening, and like the school's locked down. And for whatever reason,
the typical run and hide girl story.
Yeah, well, you play as a dude though, so it's a run and hide.
Okay. Okay.
And you got to evade the janitors who, for some reason, want to bludgeon you to death, because of spooky ghost shit.
Right.
It also has a stupid amount of endings. I think there's like 15 different endings. Because while you did say visual novel, it does have mild dating sim elements where it's like based on who you give responses
in
to.
a horror game.
Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of changes like who you partner up with and whose routes.
I'm
you're
so
doing
scared.
and
I
everything.
got a nut.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I love that.
Right.
I'm so scared I got a nut. Perfect. It's got some jank to it, and it can be frustrating on harder difficulties. I didn't get the true ending on my first run. I got I fucked up in some respects. True ending requirements are a little fucky wuckied. But ultimately I give it a B. It's fine. It's a neat little horror game. Oh, and I also forgot. Full disclosure.
Some of the highest scores for you so far.
Full disclosure, I got a key from the developer for this game. So again, disclosure that it's a good game.
Light work, soft flick, safer. Okay, boy.
Oh, well, you say that, but the next game is White Day 2, which I also got a key from the developer for, and it's a sequel to the White Day remake, right? And this came out like a year or two ago. It's a piece of
hot
shit.
garbage.
It's a piece of shit. Its narrative isn't even remotely engrossing. It's really buggy and unpolished. It takes place literally the day after the first game in the same goddamn school, but with like almost none of the characters. And I don't really understand how it makes sense and how it connects to the first game, because the first game kind of seemed to like solve the stupid ghost bullshit. Yeah, it's just really rough, and the narrative was convoluted and stupid, and it had some really bad, frustrating spawns and some, I can't even remember, but I know it changed some gameplay mechanics, and it was like really rough and dumb and awful. Also, I forgot to ask, thank you for the anime, wow. What did you think of my thoughts on White Day 1, ReactBot?
Yeah, you really can't say that word anymore.
What word?
What did he say?
He said, ReactBot said you can't say that word anymore. White Day? Oh, by the way, White Day is a thing.
You can't say,
I believe
you can't say white anymore.
Yeah. It's a holiday in, I believe, Asian territories, where it's basically like like Valentine's Day, like guys give gifts to girls, and White Day takes place a month later, where girls give gifts to guys.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. Oh! I just realized that was a bitty blurb. Thank you for the 15 bits. All right. So, ReactBot, what do you think of my thoughts on White Day 2?
I need an adult.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Because it was that bad. Yeah. Damn.
The next up is Misao 2024 HD Remaster.
Okay.
I played
I
Misao.
know about music. Yeah.
I played it before with Cat and Lee and Flower. And it got a remaster this year. It has its fans. I really don't like it. I give it a D. Like the remaster is fine. The remaster is fine. This is also what I would give the original Misao as well. It's basically Diet Corpse Party, but also with like super comical, over the top deaths. Right?
Sounds better than Corpse Party already.
It sounds it, and it's entertaining for the haha, look at the silly death stuff. But then you get into like the backstory of like the main narrative, and it just is kind of really weird and tasteless and gross, to the point where it's just it sucked all the fun out of the room. And it's like 1 minute you're getting like this goofy RPG Maker death that's super over the top. And the next minute, you're getting a flashback to a high school girl getting assaulted, like, and it's like, this is, I'm not opposed to these stories being told in video games or any form of media, but it's just, you don't do it in a goofy RPG Maker game where if you open, like, the wrong locker, it falls on top of you and you explode into gore, It's like,
You're right.
It's kind of a tonal mess, but I wanted to go through the remaster because it was fun. This is also, do you remember our chat, me and Lee, how we keep doing the devil voice after Fear Street?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Of course.
Misao is what originated this. of just constantly
really?
doing it, because we had Kat voice one of the characters, and we had her do the devil voice for this character named Ogre, who's just this bald-headed guy. And he's pretty great, and just I'll send you a picture of him. He's great, and we're just like, oh, hello, I am Ogo. It's great. It's kind of
sweet, huh? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Reactbot, what do you think of Miso?
I'm on that weird side of TikTok.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. I'll have to put this on TikTok then. All right, next is Five Nights at... Yeah, we're at Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, another 2024 horror game. I also got a key for it from the developer. Now, Ghoul Guts, have you ever sat there and wondered what a Five Nights at Freddy's game would be like if it actually had like gameplay where you weren't like sitting in a chair and jump scare simulator, and also it was using like 2D pixel art?
I gotta be real with you. The answer is obviously no. I have never.
Yeah,
I never thought of it either.
I never thought of it either, and I don't really care about Five Nights at Freddy's at all. But this was actually pretty good. This is a fun little pixel art horror game. Basically about like, you're like this stupid little kid, and you keep going to like this pizza place. That's not Freddy Fazbear's, but there's like a ball pit in the back that somehow like takes you back in time to like the abandoned Freddy Fazbear's.
Oh shit!
And,
okay.
And one of the animatronics kidnaps your dad, and like makes a replica skin of your dad, and is like pretending to be your dad, and you have to like keep going back to the past to try to rescue your dad. It's a weird...
it sounds kind of cool. Okay.
It's a weird story, but it was kind of cool. It was neat. I liked it. It was fun. And again, I'm not super big into Five Nights at Freddy's. It has moments, like, as an outsider, I'll hear. Like, I'll have to link you this one monologue that's from one of the last mainline Five Nights at Freddy games, where there's this one voice acting bit in it that just goes disgustingly hard. Like, it's like, this is really good writing, and this goes really fucking hard. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
And yeah, the pixel, as Gino just said, the pixel art is gorgeous. It's a beautiful looking game. And I remember the soundtrack. The soundtrack was pretty good too, so give that a go.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. React.
I'll take your word for it.
What do you think about the silly animatronic game?
Emotional damage.
Yes, it does give me emotional damage to think about it. Okay. The next is The Crooked Man. This was this year's obligatory RPG Maker horror game that I played through. Because for years and years and years, Mike, this has been a running theme on the channel, is to go through an RPG Maker horror game every year.
Okay.
And every single time, I want there to be another Witch's House, which is like a well-written, fun little RPG Maker horror game.
You told me about this one, yeah.
That ideally doesn't go off a cliff into really gross, depraved shit.
Right.
And Crooked Man is that. I give it an A, dude. It's
whoa,
yeah, it's buddy. You play as like this dude who moves into an apartment, and just weird supernatural stuff starts occurring, and like you get clues where you start like visiting past stuff, and it involves like the previous tenant of the apartment, and like it seems like his grief and depression and like apathy kind of lingered in spots and created this supernatural creature thing called the Crooked Man, which is like stalking you and trying to like bring you into his, basically turn you into him, more or less. It's an interesting little
yeah,
it's an interesting little horror game that, you know, about, for a call, it's not terribly expensive on Steam either. It's, you know, about like grief and depression, and you know, it's fun, it's neat.
Yeah.
It's solid. I liked it. I was very happy. Reactbot, what do you think?
I might have to check this one out too.
Do it. I will send you this tier list so you know what I recommend.
Yeah.
Reactbot, what do you think of Crooked?
Yas, Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Alright, next up is The Evil Within. I know you know of it.
Still never played this shit. Yeah. Of course I know it. But still not played this shit.
Don't play it.
Mm,
I give it
mm.
a D.
That D.
I played it years ago. I hated it. I played it a few years ago, and then I hated it
Still
less.
hated it.
Oh, no, I hated it a little
Oh, okay.
less. And then I played it again, and I hated it. This is actually
Ooh.
Niku's most hated game of all time, as far as I'm aware, too.
God damn.
Basically, the game is horror in like giant capital block letters with like this without any subtlety, and it kind of like uses weird dream logic, but like that could be fun, but it basically means like there's no like narrative cohesion between any of the levels. It almost feels like you could like rearrange every single level in the game and nothing really would change all that much.
Right.
The difficulty is really, really, really frustrating, and it's one of those survival horror games. It claims that it's like a return to form for like survival horror, like kind of like going back to basic Resident Evil stuff, but it's more like Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 5 or Resident Evil 6, but with like less ammo than Resident Evil 1 on PS1. Like you have no fucking ammo.
So it's a lot of action, but without the gear.
Yeah, and everything can kill you so quick, and a lot of it's like really janky and unpolished and frustrating. The story makes this like on paper the story sounds like kind of interesting, like it involves some weird science experiment that kind of connects minds, and you're basically are you familiar with the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez?
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay,
that movie,
this is kind of like that where it's like you're going into like the mind of a killer, basically.
Dude, yeah,
and, like,
it's my jam.
It's neat on paper, but I think the execution was just like really, really, really sloppy, and I wanted it was just very frustrating and kind of a slog to get through. And it just keeps doing weird action, bombastic shit. Like there's a fucking turret section. It's really annoying. It's just really frustrating. It has really rudimentary stealth mechanics that are kind of shit. And then it also its highest difficulty I will never touch because it's one where you just die in one hit. And there's so much bullshit that can hit you in this game where it's like, why would I want to do that? That sounds awful. That sounds awful.
Right. Okay, well, I mean, I've never played it. I probably won't.
You
now,
play it.
still,
you can probably get it for like $5-10. Play it, give it a go. You might like it. I don't know. I hated it. A lot of people love this game. I just hate it.
You're right.
Reactbot, what do you think about that?
What is that?
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, next up is Suffer the Night. This also I got a code for. It's an indie horror game that came out a few years ago. Cam, I'm ranking every single horror game that I played and started and completed during Back to Ghoul 2024. So basically,
and I'm here for some reason.
You're here to heckle me and roast my takes and have me gush to you about horror. And then once we're done with this, we're moving to another.
Anyone for anything?
Me giving Silent Hill 3 a B.
Oh, true. You fucking lunatic.
Dude, I like the game
madman.
I like the game a lot.
You're
it
ridiculous.
has a great OST. I like the game.
You're a fool.
That may be. So, Suffer the Night is like an indie horror game, and I also got a key for this game. And usually with key mailer games where I get like a key for them, a lot of them are just fucking walking sims, and like I'm not a big fan of it. And I was really surprised because Suffer the Night actually has combat. As neat. It's a little first-person horror game. Cam, yeah. Hold on. Reactbot, what do you think of Silent Hill 4 and the Foreskin?
Bro thought they were next TikTok.
Reactbot suddenly turned into me.
Yeah. So, Suffer the Night. You play as this young woman, and you're like alone in your house on a stormy night, and it's in the 1980s, and some dude shows up and like slips a floppy disk through like your mailbox, right?
Fuck the floppy disk, and then he break dances in the yard real fast, or what?
A little bit. I mean, he does some spooky shit. And he's
shit.
like, he's basically like, you know, put in the floppy disk and play it, otherwise I'm gonna kill you. And you put it in, and it's this text adventure game. And then you find yourself sucked into the game itself.
I made this text adventure game. If you don't play it, I'll kill you.
Yeah, he's a demon who made a text adventure game, Ghoul Guts, and you get sucked into the game itself, and you have to survive his traps in order to, you know, try to, you know, survive and get the fuck out.
Right.
It basically, I think it kind of is referencing Hellraiser because, like,
another one of my favorite movies.
Periodically, throughout the entire game, you'll stumble across developer logs of like the actual developer of the game.
That's cool.
And like not like the real life developer, but like the in-universe game was developed by a human, and then the like demon shit happened. And he stumbled across a new type of programming language called Leviathan. I was like, oh, Leviathan from Hellraiser.
The Hellraiser reference, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little short horror game that I very much enjoyed it. And I give it an A. Highly recommend.
Another A. Yeah. Lord, I might have to check a few of these out.
Do it. I recommend them. All right. But you know what's not an A?
What does ReactBot think?
Oh yeah, what do you think about Stuff in the Night, ReactBot?
He thinks you should pound that like button.
Oh. You heard him, Chad.
Pound
that like button.
ReactBot is thirsty for real.
All right, so the next game, a friend of the channel, Homeskillet, got me because he saw it and he wanted me to play it. He's just like, because he likes watching me play weird horror games, and he wants to try to he wants to see me get scared. He's a young dude. He's like, I think he's like late teens, early 20s. Yeah, he very rarely sees me get scared. And he was like, hey, here's this random horror game I found. It's a couple bucks. Play it. It's called Psalm 5:19-13.
Some biblical shit.
Yeah, it's another walking sim horror game with some light puzzle elements and some jump scares, and it's a piece of shit nothing burger.
Damn.
I guess I could probably give it a D because it wasn't insufferable to play, but it's just such a nothing burger experience. Like it feels like it felt like a game that is designed to get low rent YouTubers to jump from jump scares.
Okay.
And like very low effort and.
What is it about? Is it about anything?
It's just horror. You wake up and you just wander through some rooms and solve some puzzles,
and
there's
scared.
some spooky jump scares, and there's no real threat.
Yeah.
There's nothing really there to it. It's not great. It's not great.
You know what? This because you said that was a recommendation, I got a brief tangent real fast. I'm sorry. You did send me this list of games real fast because I asked you to before we got on, like everything that you played this year. And what do you think? I think I'm gonna fucking say it to you right now. There's something missing. Right?
Yeah, Signalis. I didn't get around to playing it. I'm playing it soon. I promise.
You goat mouth mammoth fuck. Please play it.
I did play Mouthwash.
Please.
And it's the final game I finished. Yeah. So you're going to get to hear my spicy takes on that. They're not too spicy. But still. I really want to. It's just...
I didn't watch you play it, so I don't even...
Yeah. Well, I'll send you a link to the VOD. It's just kind of a lot of... I was hoping to get to it, but kind of a lot of stuff, personal life happened between November and December, and I wasn't able to really stream nearly as much.
That's always the best excuse, of course.
Yeah,
you are forgiven, but I won't forget.
I felt really bad, too, because the ExtraLife incentive was to extend back to Ghoul throughout the rest of the year. And I barely did extra days. So it was like, I had 60 extra days to stream, and I think I got a grand total of like 15 to 20 extra days in. So I was like, I feel really bad, so I'm going to basically apply that to like next year, where it's like I either start it earlier or I extend it later. But soon. I'm taking a month off of horror.
Back to Ghoul can't be long enough, dude.
Yeah, okay. I'm taking a month off of horror in January so I can have like decongestion. but Signalis is a priority in February. I swear to you, because you bought it.
All right. Okay.
Priority.
You know what? For every month that you don't play that game, I'm going to send you a copy of it in the mail until your lawn is overflowing with Signalis.
Beautiful.
I'm telling you, it's fucking good. It's so good.
It'll basically be like what I did to Renzi, where he has like 18 copies of Balan World. Except for you're sending a good game.
I'm gonna do this, dude. Oh, it's fucking good, man.
All right. Well, ReactBot, what do you think of Song?
We'll talk about it.
Stonks.
Oh. Okay.
What did he say?
I think he said socks.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay.
Or sauce. I don't know. Anyways, ReactBot. It's not on my tier list because I haven't played it yet. What do you think of Signalis?
Yeah, if that were me, I would have done things a little differently.
Yeah.
I think he's on my side. Yeah,
he's 100% on your side. All right. Next game is a game called Obscure. This is originally on like the PS2 and Xbox.
Dude.
Yeah,
I played the fuck out of this game. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what it is. You know
It's so bad. It's so bad, but I love it, and the soundtrack is that shit's hot.
The movie is goofy, or the game is goofy. Soundtrack is hot. I played it on PC. I ran into a couple issues with it. I'm not gonna bury the lead here. It gets a B. I really enjoyed this.
Whoa!
I really enjoyed this game.
Okay.
My only problem, the only time I like stopped having fun with it, is for the final boss, because I'm trying to keep everybody alive, and your partner AI in that game is so fucking brilliant.
Oh, dude.
I had to redo that final boss fight like 5 to 7 fucking times because my AI partner just kept walking in and getting killed, and I'm like, bro, cut it out.
Yeah,
cut it out.
That makes sense.
Dumb. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a stupid, goofy, little over the top.
It's goofy as fuck, dude.
It's adorable. I love it. It's my favorite type of like horror, where it's something I have never played before because this is the first playthrough, and it's from like that golden era of survival horror, and it's a fun game. You know, I love it. ReactBot, what do you think of Obscure?
Eat the rich.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, ReactBot.
Right. What? All right. The next game is Crow
Gaming's
Country.
not supposed to be political.
It's Crow Country. Have you heard of this one?
I've never. No.
Okay, it's a 2024 horror game. It's kind of an homage to old school horror games. It has very much a PS1 like aesthetic, like pre-rendered backgrounds and shit like that, blocky character models. It takes place in like an amusement park and shit like that, and like there's weird supernatural spooky shit going on. Lee gave me this game. A lot of people were raving about it, and Lee bought it for me because he wanted me to play it. Everybody was loving the game, so I wanted to give it a go, give it a fair shot, all fun stuff.
But
it gets an A. It's really good.
Oh, damn!
Yeah,
okay.
It's fun. Like, it wasn't too annoying. It seems like an easy platinum and everything like that. And it was just a really solid little modern horror game. Aiming was like a little stiff and weird because it doesn't use like auto targeting from like the old times and everything like that. And like even though it's like
from the old times,
even though like the graphics are kind of like emulating like the PS1 aesthetic and everything like that, it's like a full 3D camera that you can like rotate, but it's like it's not like a behind the back sort of thing. It's like you press a button, it kind of like the camera shifts so you can like see different parts of the environment and whatever.
That's cool.
It's a neat little game. But it's fun. I recommend it. ReactBot, what do you think of Crow Country?
It's giving girl boss.
Yeah, I mean you do play as a purple.
That's an A.
Yeah, you do hear play as a purple-haired lady with a gun in an amusement park.
Fuck yeah.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Next up is Illbleed.
Oh shit!
Do you know Illbleed?
Of course. Come on, man. Of course.
All right.
Of course.
This is a game I've streamed on the channel multiple times.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna bury it. It gets an S.
The Dreamcast classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
It's kind of a piece of shit, but I love it because of how stupid it is. and how dumb it is.
Yeah.
And it has so much heart and love for the genre of like horror and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I just, it's great. And it's so fun, and it's stupid, and it's goofy, and like each time, or like I remember my first playthrough, I'm just constantly like, what the hell is happening? What the fuck? It's so bizarre, and it's like,
yeah.
It is a little.
This
little,
game, like,
oh, go on.
Like, this game is for sure worthy of the S, like purely for like purely for the fun, you know.
Yeah.
It is like a silly fucking romp.
It can be a little frustrating at times, especially with like how each level is structured and like the randomized jump scares and everything like that. But of course, like if you're emulating it, you could just be a cheating little asshole like me and save scum. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, of course.
Highly recommend it if you're into older horror games and you haven't played it before. It's so goofy, it's so fun, and it loves the horror genre. And there's an entire level based around what is effectively Toy Story, and it ends in a boss fight against not Sonic the Hedgehog. It's great. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No notes. Reactbot, what do you think, Illbleed?
Dude.
I'm
dude.
Yeah, you're alright. Alright. Next up is Outlast. It's one of those run and hide horror games. It kind of was like a successor to like Amnesia, except for this was its narrative is a little blunter and stupider, and it's like really gory, and yeah, it's fine. It's a fine little horror game. It gets a B for me. It's entertaining and fun.
Okay.
It's not really my super type of horror game, but it's short enough and it doesn't outstay its welcome, and some of the narrative aspects of it are kind of interesting, even though the game is kind of blunt and stupid. And it's a little too overly violent so quickly to the point where you kind of become like numb to it by the end of the game. You know,
there's definitely and like there's for sure like an early 2000s like horror like pulpy vibe to it that like makes that excessive gore kind of like funny and cool. But I don't think the game's supposed to be funny at all. But
I don't
like
think so either.
it's a bunch of like naked dudes who are like super strong and super stoned, like tearing apart.
It's weird. It's wild. Yeah, it's fun. It's fine. It's good enough to go through a playthrough. Reactbot, what do you think of Outlast?
Sure.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right.
Okay.
Next up is another regular on the channel. It's Resident Evil 2 Kendo's Cut.
Yeah, boy.
You need to play it, or at least
still
watch
haven't played it.
You need to.
I've seen you play like parts of it. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
I think this is like my 4th or 5th time playing it on the channel. I'm also not. Once again, I'm not gonna bury the lead. It gets an S. It's goofy and it's stupid, and I love it. It is one of my 3 favorite mods for video games. Period. I'm not gonna. One of them is.
What are you doing here?
And Kendo is I love Kendo. He is the best. He's now one of my favorite Resident Evil characters. Specifically, Ye Olde Kendo. Ye Olde Kendo.
Yes,
I want to try that Akuma mod at some point, Gino. I want to try it. So they finally
I've
modded
seen that
Akuma
shit.
in.
It's fucking so sick. I
want to do it.
It's so cool.
All right.
That shit is fire.
Reactbot, what do you think of Kendo's Cut?
That's enough internet for today.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
yeah, get out of here.
Highly recommend giving Kendo's Cut a shot. It was a lot of fun. I love it. Next up is the Resident Evil Code Veronica, which we talked about in my Resident Evil tier list from a few months ago.
Yeah, we did.
It still gets a C. It's a fine game. I like it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just. It is a little too backtracky for my taste, without being like the Metroidvania-esque. Like I don't mind backtracking when it's like Metroidvania-esque, but like this is just like it's not quite as bad as some of the other horror games that I played, but it's like you get an item in one area and then you have to run to the other end of the entire area to get another item, and it's just a really kind of a bit of a slog.
Right.
It's fine. It's a fun little game. If Greedy were here, she would be pissed again. But fuck it. I don't give a shit. It's a fun game, man. I love the camp.
She would put it, but I'd put it B for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like
if I recall, I want to say Code Veronica is her favorite Resident Evil game.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fine game. I want to like it more. It's just it doesn't really.
The setting was just like so sick. Like
I love
story was like a little like new and extra weird.
I love the camp
with those fucking like weird twins. Yeah,
I love the camp. Yeah. I love how the bad guy is basically just incest Riddler. It's hilarious.
It's so dark and weird. It's crazy.
I dig it.
That shit was fucking crazy.
It's fine. Yeah, it's a good little game. Reactbot, what do you think?
Nodders.
Oh, beautiful. All right, next up, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. This is a remaster.
Never played this. It looks like fun as fuck though.
Yeah, it's a remaster of the original Lollipop Chainsaw. This is involved. It's a Suda51 joint. I don't know how involved he was, but he was involved in making the original one. And it's written. The game is actually written by James Gunn. The guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah.
Way.
Yeah, this is pre-Guardians of the Galaxy.
Idea.
This is like back during his Chroma days and stuff. It's got a lot of jank to it. Both versions have jank to it, and the new version has some bugs and some unique jank to it. But it's so goddamn fun. I love it. It's so much fun. Highly recommend it, Ghoul Guts.
Okay.
Give it a go.
Okay.
Combat's a little on the simplistic side.
Another one on my list. Yeah, but it seems fun though.
It's fun and bubbly and stupid and
yeah.
It never fails to make me laugh with its obscenity and foulness and everything like that. Hold on, give me a second.
Do you think?
Actually, since we've been at it for an hour, I gotta take care of something real quick. So we're gonna do a BRB on this final 10. If that's
do a BRB, man.
All right.
Yeah.
And, Reactbot, what do you think of Lollipop Chainsaw?
I'm not crying. You are.
Beautiful. Oh, good.
I'm always crying.
I'm glad Clippy broke. Whatever, it's fine. All right, BRB. Also, keep chat entertained.
Wait, me keep chat entertained? You must not know who I am. I'm out of here. I was just joking, Chad. I just had to go drain it. I'm sorry. I'm back. I love you. Please like me. You know what, though? I will say, before Saber gets back, 2024, Saber beat the allegations. He likes games. Saber likes things, guys. How many games we got left? Okay, we're gonna be here for a minute. Still time for Saber to fucking shit on Silent Hill 2 remake again. It's very exciting. It's hard to like zoom in on my phone. I can't really tell what some of the shit is. Sniper Killer. That looks like some fucking 2-bit nothing dope, cool, fun shit. What is that? Some like NES horror game? Is that what that is? The fuck is that?
Huh. What's what?
I don't know what Terror at Oakheart is, but it looks like a cover of a weird 90s like metal band.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of in for that. Okay.
We'll get there. All right, so the next up.
The fuck is Sniper Killer, though?
Oh, we're gonna talk about Sniper Killer.
Okay.
All right. Next up is.
Your fucking laugh is like that shit kills me, dude. You fucking villain, you fiend.
Oh, my sweet summer child. All right, so. Clock Tower, the original. on SNES, also known as Clock Tower: The First Fear on PS1, and it was recently remastered/ported. Clock Tower Rewind for modern hardware. It actually finally got an official U.S. localization. I beat both the SNES and PS1 version of this Back to Ghoul, and I was like halfway through my playthrough of Rewind. I'm going to finish off Rewind hopefully tomorrow. It's a simple pixel art point-and-click adventure game built for the consoles. The classic, you're a girl running away from a spooky killer. In this case, it's the Scissorman. It gets a B. It's a fun little horror game. It's simple. Ooh. It's simple to the point. Especially for its era on the Super Nintendo. It's neat. I like it. It's give it a go. I recommend it. It just, like I said, it just got ported to modern hardware, and I was super happy about that. So far the port seems pretty neat. I like it. And the port also has I think you can go through both the original version and this new remixed Rewind version that adds quality of life features, like the option to rewind almost as if you were in an emulator or whatever, and save states and everything. It's neat. It's fun.
That's cool. Yeah.
Reactbot, what do you think of Clock Tower?
NPC behavior.
Fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about, you dumbass bot. All right, next up
You
is
gave it a B because it's a classic.
Yeah. Next up is Kendo's Cut Uncut.
Again. Kendo again.
Yeah, it's
Kendo harder.
It's the sequel to Kendo's Cut. So you know how I said that Kendo's Cut is one of my 3 favorite mods? The other two are Elden Ring Seamless Co-op and then Kendo's Cut Uncut. And Kendo's Cut Uncut is also S tier. It's even better than Kendo's Cut, but you need to play Kendo's Cut before playing Kendo's Cut Uncut.
Okay, got you.
It's an actual narrative sequel to that mod.
And
it is okay. So
insanity.
Kendo's Cut, for context, without getting into spoilers, because it's really good if you play it without spoilers. Kendo's Cut starts off relatively sane and subtle, and gags here and there, and then it ends. It ends off the rails. It ends at an 11 out of 10. Kendo's Cut Uncut starts off the rails at a 17 out of 10.
Damn.
And then by the end,
some
it is it's into the thousands in terms of batshit insanity.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, these two are the reason why I have that Kendo emote. I love it.
Yeah,
it's great. Highly recommend it. Reactbot, what do you think of Kendo's Cut Uncut?
Why I oughta.
Exactly. Everybody has to play it. All right.
Right.
Next up is Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster.
I remember a few of the things that you said to me about this. Let's go to get into it.
I got a key for it from the developer.
Softflex.
Yeah, it's from Capcom Creators Program. For me, I think it's more of a remake than a remaster. But it is billed as a remaster, therefore I have to treat it as a remaster. And it has content that is missing from the original. Granted, some of that content has aged kind of poorly by modern standards. But at least for me, I think it's important when remastering stuff to not cut content. Even if it's ugly, even if it's bad. You just stick a disclaimer and say, hey, this game was made at a different place in time. You may see some shit that you're not a fan of that hasn't aged well. Whatever.
We disavow this weird shit.
But it's important. And more importantly, though, so some of the stuff seems to be cut all willy-nilly, the erotica stuff, because there's still other erotica elements in the game. So it's not entirely removed, and there's still references to the erotica stuff in dialogue. So it's it's not very well handled, and it's also weird the fact that they would go this far with removing the erotica category, but leave in the term psychopaths, which hypothetically would be more offensive to people, and also they kept in the fat cop who molests teenage girls.
Oh
Like,
God.
like, guys.
Oh my God, dude.
What are your
It's a lot.
again? I'm not
It's a
not
lot.
advocating for removing any of the content in a remaster. If it's a remake, you could do whatever the fuck you want, right? And again, to me, it feels more like a remake. It should have been billed as a remake, but it just still feels kind of half-assed in that regard. Survivor AI is still dumb as hell. I don't know what anybody has been talking about in regards to like the Survivor AI being smarter. Survivor AI is dumb as hell.
Did they claim to have fixed it?
They claim to have fixed it, and there were a lot of people who have played it, and they're like, "Oh, the Survivor AI is so much better." And like, maybe I haven't played the original in a long time. I haven't actually, but at least from my playthrough of Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, right? No, it's dumb as hell. I don't believe that the AI has been improved. But at the end of the day, it's still Dead Rising 1, and it has a nice glow up, and yeah, it's fine. It gets a B.
Okay. Okay.
It's if between the two, the original Dead Rising and this, I'd say probably go with the original Dead Rising on PS4 or PC or Xbox or whatever, because it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like usually like $10. Although again, the quality of life improvements, like there's a lot more quick saves and other more convenient aspects that have been added in. Controls have been tightened up. It's it's an improvement in a lot of areas, but yeah, it's just again, I don't want to sound like one of those fucking weirdos who's like, oh my God, they cut out the erotica. It's a worthless game. No, it's not what I'm getting at. All right,
you goon.
I understand why people would be offended by it by today's standards. It's a little weird to take upskirt shots of lady survivors and lewd photos of the original zombies, but it's like, who cares? It's a fucking video game, like. And again, it's billed as a remaster. Like, it's
right.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
Whatever. React, but what do you think?
Bro, not this again.
All right, perfect. All right, next up is Silent Hill 2. It's S tier. We both know this. It's one of the best survival horror games of all time. The 2001 one. I replayed it again with the enhanced edition. It still holds up. I love it.
Sure.
It's great. Its narrative is fantastic. Its OST is fantastic. Its voice acting, you might like it, you might not. I love it. I think it adds to the game. The weird unease of the voice acting and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid game. My only problem with it is
How
it's
can
not
you just
properly
sit there and eat
preserved.
pizza?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it. 10 out of 10. No notes.
It's all been said. Yeah.
It's all been said.
Notes.
No notes. I'm just sipping on my beer, waiting for the inevitable meltdown that's gonna happen in a couple of days.
Yeah, I've been waiting. Let's fucking get into it.
Anyways, Reactbot, what do you think?
Did you know that most of my viewers aren't subscribed to me? So let's smash that sub button and ring-a-ding that bell.
Listen, Reactbot. While that may be true, subbing costs money on Twitch. They don't need to sub to me. I mean, I'd appreciate it because I need money, but you don't need to.
But yeah. Just consensually smash the follow button, I guess.
Smash that follow button. Follow me on YouTube. Smash the like button there.
Yeah.
At least make it so I can earn ad money on YouTube and everything like that. Smash that sub button. Smash it, baby.
Have you or are you prepared to tease what you got in the works at the moment?
Oh, I did on
Mr. Saberman.
I did on a community post on YouTube, and I had people vote on it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm working on 2 video essays and stuff. And also, I thought of another video essay that I might want to do as well. But so we'll see.
I'm doing video essays is going to be chef's kiss, dude. This is like what you do, dude. You should have been doing this for years.
I'm officially starting work on it on January 1st. So
that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Next up is Layers of Fear 2023. This is a remake of Bloober Team's original Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear 2, while also including new content to act as like a sequel, basically. So like to both Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear 2.
Really? I didn't know that.
It is.
Okay.
It is a PT inspired walking sim that goes on for like 12 hours, and I fucking cannot stand this fucking game. Also, I got the key. I got the key from the developer. So again, it's another dev key game that I fucking hated.
That you destroyed.
Yeah, it's for one, like if you're gonna make a PT inspired game, don't make it more than an hour. The gimmick gets old after an hour.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, of course.
The writing was really pretentious.
That's what I've heard.
Annoying.
Yeah.
And I got especially mad when I got to the Layers of Fear 2 content, Mikey, because I realized that one of the voice actors for Layers of Fear 2 is Tony Todd, and they wasted our boy Tony Todd.
Oh, no fucking way. No way.
Like, his voice acting is good.
No
His voice acting is good as per usual because it's Tony Todd, but like he has so little to say and is so underused, and it's just like, come on, stop wasting him.
Damn, that's
Why did
crazy.
you waste him? It's upsetting me.
Would that have been like one of the last things, or like the last thing that he worked on?
No, because
Okay.
all the Layers of Fear 2 audio came straight from Layers of Fear 2, and I think Layers of Fear 2 came out in like 2018, 2019. I think the last, unless I'm mistaken, the last game that he has worked on was the new Indiana Jones game that just came out. I think.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. And I think he also, not game, but film-wise, he's supposedly in the new Final Destination movie that's coming out, I think, next year.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, I hated this movie.
Oh, Tony Todd.
R.I.P. Tony Todd, fucking legend. Reactbot, what do you think about Layers of Fear?
My pants? Pissed.
It's not that scary, Reactbot. You'll be fine.
It was that bad, huh?
Yeah. All right. Next up is the Until Dawn remake, the 2024 Until Dawn PS5 remake. Yeah. Now, I love
another
Until
one
Dawn.
that I have your thoughts on. Yeah.
I love Until Dawn. And I think the idea of remaking Until Dawn is stupid because it's backwards compatible on PS4.
It's like not that old.
Yeah, it's only 10 years old. Porting it to PC would make sense. That's fine. I can get behind that, but I don't see the point in remaking it. They fucked up the color grading in the Until Dawn remake. Like everything lost its like blue filter and stuff like that, which is dumb.
Yeah, also, it's less like stylized for sure.
They fucked up the opening by like just fucking up the pacing and everything like that because they're like, oh, we want to kind of like add more stuff with these two characters before they disappear for the entire game, but it's like a nothing burger edition, and all it did was just slow the pacing down of the prologue chapter.
Right.
And then more importantly for me, this is a remake of a 10-year-old game, and it's running at 30 fucking frames a second, which is goddamn inexcusable.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Especially considering the fact that Until Dawn, the original, has an uncapped frame rate. So if you run the original PS4 Until Dawn on a PS5, it's 60 frames a fucking second.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's really dumb. That said, at the end of the day, it's still Until Dawn, so it gets a B. It's not the worst. It's not great. I prefer the original. But if you only have a PC, get it on PC. It's fine. Probably
like most of this list, I'll be taking your word for it. I don't know why you expected me to roast you when I don't know what most of this shit is. But
I want you to roast me anyway because it's fun. You're gonna roast me
because you got a humiliation king.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a Mikey.
He's like,
I got a kink where it's my boy Mikey roasting me. I get to hear his beautiful voice as he shit talks.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up.
And I get to make him laugh with my stupid bullshit.
Oh, dude, you
yeah.
make me laugh. You definitely
right.
do that.
Reactbot, what do
Here
you
we
think
go.
of Until Dawn?
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying, and I don't know
you're
what
saying.
you mean.
Yeah, if you have a PS5, just buy the PS4 version. Whatever. All right, Silent Hill 2 Remake. It once again gets
Here we
a C.
go. It's going down. Yep.
I can't wait to get roasted again because people don't listen to opinions and don't realize that a C is not a terrible rank. I don't hate Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think it is a fine game. It's just disappointing and not as good as Silent Hill 2. And
right.
I think
I do love that Bloober team got its redemption.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's
cool for them for sure.
It's the best
And,
Bloober. I've only played 2
I
other
have
Bloober
my
team
thoughts
games.
on it too.
Yeah,
and they've been bad, right? One
explain
was terrible. Yeah.
Explain your thoughts on Silent Hill 2 Remake, because I think you played more of it now since we did it, right?
I'm done now, and like I said before, the only things that I'm really a little bit annoyed about how the game with is how heavy the action vibe is.
Yeah.
I just didn't fuck with that. As I said to you, every time that you fight more than one thing at a time, it just felt like Dark Souls, dodge roll.
It felt like Resident Evil.
I don't know.
Village
I just
trying to like Resident Evil 4's Village.
Yeah,
section.
And
which is not
again,
what I want from Silent Hill 2. If you want to make an action Silent Hill, do it, but not Silent Hill 2.
Of course, yeah, it would be fine. Yeah, and the character, James, I don't want to see him bobbing and weaving and I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. That really hurt my immersion, but I still did
destroyed my immersion. Where it's just this bombastic.
Yeah, that was kind of a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, but I mean, the first pyramid head fight literally felt like some fight night, let's get ready to rumble, bullshit. I fucking hated that shit, dude.
I am curious to see if you agree with me on one thing though, because there is one boss fight in Silent Hill 2 that I enjoyed, the remake, I mean. And that's the abstract daddy.
Was it fucking? I knew it, dude. Yeah, dude.
That was. I
oh
like that.
man,
I think that was neat.
Yeah.
It was. It felt appropriately. Yeah. It was a little bombastic, but it didn't feel super bombastic like the other stuff in the game.
Yeah.
And it made use of interesting settings and even had some minor puzzle elements to it. My other criticism with the game is I just think it's too long, and because it's too long, there's not enough enemy variety because they kept the same enemies of the original game. Having 3 base enemies works in a 5 to 8 hour long game, but when your game is pushing 12 to 15 hours, it just gets stale, especially when there's 400 goddamn enemies in the game.
Yeah.
All right, Reactbot, what do you think of Silent Hill 2 Remake?
Bro is spitting straight facts.
Beautiful. I'm glad Reactbot is on my side.
Wow, somebody agrees with you.
I know, right? All right. So now, moment of truth.
Yeah, what the fuck is this shit, dude?
All right. Have you heard me talk about Puppet Combo and Black Eyed Priest? Before?
Yes, I have. Right. Okay. This is a Puppet Combo.
This is a Puppet Combo produced game developed by Black Eyed Priest, aka Jordan King, I think is his name.
Right.
He previously did Bloodwash, Knights of the Gates of Hell, and the Booty Creek Cheek Freak, and Ding Dong Dead. And Sniper Killer is more of a psychological
the booty what?
Oh, you don't know about the Booty Creek Cheek Freak?
I do not.
Oh, I need to show you the Booty Creek Cheek Freak.
But that's it sounds like whatever that is my spirit animal.
All right, hold on. All right, you can hear the Silent Hill music, right? Or you were?
It's real faint because I'm on my phone. But yeah.
Interrupting for the Booty Creek Cheek Freak.
Okay.
The music goes way fucking harder than you would think.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Why don't you go back to the car and give me my thing?
What thing?
The car's gone. What am I gonna do now? Oh God! Gary! He's been decheekitated. I've got to get to the car before that freak reaps these cheeks.
Cheeks, the mind bitch. From Priest Games,
What the
featuring
fuck?
the vocal talents of Jay from Cub Scouts, the Booty Creek Cheek Freak.
Dude, listen to this
Oh
OST, baby.
my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on?
This game is basically a giant shitpost.
Oh, dude.
And it's wonderful. I love it.
The soundtrack is
This
fucking
soundtrack
going
goes
somewhere. Uh-oh.
way too hard.
Uh-oh.
Way too hard.
Damn.
All right. I'll crank it up a little bit. All right. Anyways, the premise of the Booty Creek Cheek Freak is you're out camping. You're camping with the boys, right? Oh, you mean Freak Beat? Yeah. Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah. All right. Well, you gotta hear Freak Beat. All right. We'll have that playing in the background.
Uh-oh.
Booty Creek Cheek Freak. Because this also goes hard. Yeah. Loop for 11 minutes. Why not? Can you hear that?
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
In that game, you're camping with the boys, and you hear this curse where if you like poop on the floor of a restroom stall, the Booty Creek Cheek Freak will show up and come to try to rape your cheeks. And you actually do that, and you have to evade the Booty Creek Cheek Freak for the rest of the game.
Oh my god, I'm so easily amused, dude. Oh my god.
It is one of the best games I've ever streamed on the channel. It's only like a
Damn,
half hour
okay.
long. I love that fucking game. It's delightful. Hold on, I'm gonna crank it down just a wee bit. Alright, so Sniper Killer is from that dev. And it's more of like a psychological thriller where
Right.
you are playing as two different characters. One of them is a serial killer who is assassinating random people with a sniper rifle. And the other character you're playing as is the cop trying to hunt them down.
That's what's up. Wow,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
It's a neat little psychological horror game that is like full of sleaze and slime and schlock and all sorts of like gross shit, and it's neat mechanics. And
I might have to check this out too.
I highly
Yeah.
recommend it, and it gets an S tier.
Where's it going? God.
It is my game of
Saber
the year.
likes things, guys.
It is my game.
Oh,
it is
no
my
way.
game of the
Oh,
year.
shit.
Mike. This is my favorite
Okay.
new
I'll play
2024
it then.
release.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
I'll link you the VOD once it's
That's
up on YouTube.
big
You know,
news,
and I'll
everyone.
probably stream it again at some point. I loved it. All right, next up is Massacre at the Mirage. This and Terror at Oakheart are both from the same dev as Suffer the Night. And I kind of have I'm gonna do these both simultaneously because they both kind of have the same
Okay.
thoughts that I have about them. And that's just wasted potential after how hype I was for Suffer the Night. For me personally. Massacre at the Mirage is like a walking sim / working at a movie theater simulator. But there's also a serial killer on the loose who's killing people,
Okay.
and you periodically like cut to people who you're briefly playing as doing like mundane tasks, and then you get murdered in a gruesome way. And yes, it did bring back PTSD from working at the Lemley, because there's a whole thing that you have to sell
I
tickets to
didn't know
people
if I
and
should
get
say-
concessions with people. Yeah,
Dude,
it was like,
the
oh my
worst, funniest, easiest job in the world.
god. Yeah,
Saber lore.
it's ultimately fun. That's how I met Mikey here. We both worked at the movie theater.
Yeah,
together.
dude.
It's ultimately fun.
We got some stories.
But its stuff is super simplified. Terror at Oakheart is also kind of similar in that regard, where except for this is like a 2D pixel art game. It's a beautiful looking 2D pixel art game, but it's also kind of mostly a walking simulator with only like really light gameplay elements towards the very end. It's not a super long game. It's only like 2 hours, and you do keep cutting back and forth between like playing as the what the fuck, whatever, loop it. Well, you do keep cutting back and forth between playing as the killer and playing as potential victims and also the protagonist. But like, if you're gonna make me play as the killer, do what Sniper Killer did and let me like actually like kill people, because that's the whole point of it. But it's like, whenever you're playing as the killer, whenever you're supposed to like actually kill somebody, game just
it like fades to black?
No, it just turns into like a cutscene, or like puts you in the hands of the victim, and then you're like,
got it.
So it's like, they're fine games, but they're nothing compared to Stuff of the Night, and they're not really quite my type of vibe. So it's like they both get C's. Oh, and also I got keys. I got keys from the developer for both these games. I did not get a key for the developer for Sniper Killer. I am subscribed to their Patreon though, and so I got the key from there. So I'm giving them I gave them like $10 a month for like, you know, until recently when I had to cancel my Patreon due to my finances. But yeah, it's good shit. Anyways, Reactbot, what do you think of Massacre?
It's a no for me.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Well, what do you think about Terror from Oakheart?
This is giving off woke vibes.
What? No.
I disagree. Yeah, like
yeah, you're wrong, Reactbot. All right, next up, Rat Shaker.
Yeah, what the fuck is this, dude?
It's a horror game, psychological horror.
Where you shake a rat.
Where you shake a rat.
But what does that mean?
What it means is the gameplay is you have a rat in your hand, and you have to periodically hold down one of the mouse buttons and move your mouse around to shake the rat. And you do this to solve puzzles, and then there's another button where you have to choke a rat, the same rat, to solve puzzles. I'm not going to elaborate why.
Euphemism for
no, you're literally, you know.
I'm shaking the rat knee, guys.
Let's hold on. Let me hide this real quick on stream, and get up the VOD for Rat Shaker, and then show you Rat Shaker just so you can see its stunning gameplay. And it's only like and Cal.
I do expect it to be stunning.
Cal got me this game.
No, it is.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. That's here.
What the fuck? But why?
There's reasons. Why? I don't want to spoil it for you. This is going purple. I don't want to spoil it for you. It's a short game. It takes about like 40 minutes to an hour to beat, maybe a half hour. It's only $3 on Steam.
Where's it going?
It's only $3 on Steam. Gets an A.
You said it twice, so damn.
For its length,
Rat Shaker,
its
guys.
premise, and its uniqueness, and its price. Yeah, you know, it's a fine little horror game. A lot of people apparently have been getting like really disturbed by it. Cal's buddy was streaming it, and some of their viewers actually had to like stop watching because they found the game to be too disturbing.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't feel that, but I like it. It was weird. It's this weird little stupid horror game. I dug it. It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Reactbot, what do you think of Rat Shaker?
This gave me secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Reactbot. Fuck you. All right, next up.
He's a little harsh.
Is A Gift from You.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, what do you know about it?
I've been hearing a lot about it.
All right.
Okay, so I've been hearing a lot about it. In terms of the narrative, I know that you're on the ship and there's a lot of mouthwash on the ship, and there's a guy who's fucked up in a gurney. That's pretty much it. But I've also heard that it's like very like heavy in terms of like storytelling, and I've heard that like people are really like feeling some shit.
Yeah.
So that's what I know about it.
It covers some really heavy topics, kind of like Silent Hill 2, and it covers them very well, I think. I don't want to get too much into it to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, I still Yeah, please don't.
It is a neat little sci-fi horror game that is mostly a walking sim with like some light puzzles. And its narrative is very, very abstract, but it does cover some really heavy topics. I give it a B. I like it.
Okay.
I recommend it. I'm not in love with it because, again, like, I'm not super big into most walking sims. I like its aesthetic because it kind of goes for like a more PS1 vibe, and it does have more aspirations.
Yeah, it looks cool for sure.
It has higher aspirations than like your average walking sim, and like it does more interesting shit with horror. But it's also pretty linear, and there's not a lot of replay value either. So it's like it didn't like the only walking sim on here that I have given a higher rating to is Stories Untold, but only part of that is a walking sim. I mean, I guess you could call PT a walking sim, but PT is also like a tech demo, so it's like, who cares? I recommend giving Mouthwashing a go. A lot of people probably love it a lot more. A lot of people will probably be more disturbed or scared by it than me. I'm just a slut for horror, so I'm fucking desensitized to all this shit. But I was like,
same.
Oh, it's handling heavy subject matter pretty well. And it's
cool to hear.
It's handled really well. Overall, ultimately recommended. So that's every horror game that I played from August 12th until December 30th.
Dude. 2024 back to Ghoul. Yeah. What a ride.
Let's save this back to Ghoul 2024. Beautiful. Hello there. Thanks for watching my stupid little tier list on Back to Ghoul. If you're unaware of what Back to Ghoul is, it's my annual celebration of spooky season on Twitch, where I basically just stream horror games non-stop for a few months, usually starting around mid-August, early September, and running throughout a chunk of November. This year we had an ExtraLife incentive, where if I raised $500, I would extend Back to Ghoul to the end of the year, which is why, it continued until the end of the year. Although I didn't get to stream nearly as much due to some life stuff, as I mentioned in the video, so I'm going to be extending or starting next year's Back to Ghoul earlier. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I've never done one of these post-video discussions before. Hopefully you enjoyed my stupid, dumb takes on these silly little horror games. I got another tier list coming out because we did two tier lists in that stream. It's going to be Soulsborne related, Demon Souls, all the way to Elden Ring, just FromSoft stuff, along with the Demon Souls remake, since that's, related, and I included Kingsfield 1 and 2 since I've actually played those. That's going to be fun. I'm going to get that out sometime in the next few days. And I got another stupid little Gex meme video in the works, so that should be fun. Based off of the various polls that I've run, it seems more people are interested in me doing a video on Countdown Vampires' narrative, so I'm gonna be working on that very, very soon. And in prep for that, I have launched a Patreon. So if you would like to support the channel, you can do so for as little as $1 a month. I don't really plan on having anything major exclusive over there, because I don't really think I can offer anything that would be worthwhile. Outside of, listing your name in the credits, which will be a thing going forward for highlight stuff. I kind of dabbled with it in the past, and it mostly consists of like Twitch subscribers and stuff like that, which is what you're seeing now. At no point should you ever feel obligated to, support me financially. I would sincerely appreciate it, but I don't want you to feel as though you're compelled to, or those necessary, or anything like that. Just watching my videos and subscribing to this YouTube channel and my VOD channel and my Let's Play channel would be more than enough, and giving me a follow on Twitch and watching me over there would be nice too. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed watching this, and hopefully you enjoy watching the next tier list video. I guess I'll end it here for the ramblings. Happy New Year, everybody, and y'all take care of yourselves, stay safe, be excellent to each other, and I'll catch you all next time. Ta-ta, farewell.